Hello viewers, it's Cynthia Michael from Screen Review, bringing you a new podcast for myself called The Boruto Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breathe too hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this is this audio podcast recording will contain your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain your adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, that means you're going to watch this audio podcast recording. Before I begin, if you hear some hissing noise in the background, that's just my radiator. So basically, if you're hearing a hissing sound, that's just my radiator in the background. So anyway, just to let you guys know. So anyway, let's get into the latest episode of Boruto. So basically, we see Boruto and his teammates along with Kaga and the three swordsmen that try to take over the Misfits, away of the free swordsman that was in prison who tried to pull a coup and whatnot, heading towards the mining island to go say Dinky and his team and the Hidden Leaf, and the researchers of the Hidden Leaf, who was doing some studies on those special robotic puppets, the special robotic mind puppets that they've been trying out in the mine, in the Go Mine, island, and in the Hidden List area. But the Fanta, if I'm pronouncing the pirates. I'm not saying this name one piece. Forgive me. The Fanta pirates had seized islands all over the hidden misfits. Since they broke out since Isle broke out his father, I believe Iru broke out his father. Once again, I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing these names wrong. Please forgive me. So anyway, so basically, Iru bust out his father, Aru, from the prison that, that Kaga was warning at, the pirates, the Fumbang pirates had seized control over the hit misfits and whatnot, and taken down, had seized control over islands around the hidden misfits. So anyway, Boruto and the gang were all heading towards the mining island to go say we and the researchers and his team and whatnot. Blah blah blah. So anyway, so things were going very smoothly. They was heading, they was on this rickety steamboat, whatnot. Heading towards the island until one of the Fumbay pirates scout ships spotted them. So basically, when the pirate scout ship came close to the old rickety tugboat, Boruto and the others were hiding in deep below the ship in the storage hold. So anyway, in a tight storage hold specifically. So basically, the captain of the rickety steamboat was smoothing things over with the pirates, letting him pass and whatnot, borrow money and whatnot, So basically, the captain was trying to smooth things over with the pirates, telling him he's the only one here, let me pass, I got money, it's some bribe money, the pirates. So basically, he was sweet talking to pirates until Karaki's, seasickness starts to get worse in that clothes, while they was in the lower, in the container hold that was very tight, or the inside. So basically, Karaki's seasickness got worse in that tight space. So basically, he started to freak out. He needed air. He just came out, and basically the pirates. So basically, and alerted the pirates to their presence. But lucky for them, they managed to take out the they managed to take out the pirates, and turns out that Rickety Steamboat has a special turbo drive that the captain activated, but it was a short burst, a short burst that got them away from the pirate scout ship. So basically, Boruto and the gang, managed to take out the two pirates from the scout ship, and basically, and managed to get away from them. But while them being alerted, while them alerting them to their presence and whatnot for now. So anyway. So basically, Karaki, anybody wasn't really pissed that, that Karaki kind of blew the whole, that area of supplies, but, sooner or later, those pirates that we took out, it's going to warn the others, so basically we need to get to the island now. So basically, they passed a nearby island that was close to the gold mine island, and they saw all the devastation that the pirates did and whatnot. So basically, that's what Kaga was explaining, with that sorry, I'm tearing up everything. I'm just gonna call him he says how bad a pirate, Fuma, who is the head of the Funday pirates. He kind of was spreading the story about and his pirate groups were ruthless and whatnot. Caused a lot of problems powers for the land of mist 5 years ago, and the current Muzikage, was able to stop him, and and basically, instead of just killing him, he decided just to lock him away in that special, secure cell and whatnot. So basically, that Ava is a very dangerous man. Now he's free and whatnot, and his pirates are taking over the island. She can cause some real problems for the land of the hidden mist. So basically, Voltaire said we need to take him down. Seems like he's suggesting that, don't worry, we'll take him down. And so basically, seems like he's suggesting that, we take him down, put it back in prison, or maybe take him down permanently in his pirate organization. So basically, they got to. So basically, Boruto and the three swordsmen that Kagura, the three swordsmen that he requested to join in on this mission, got into a little trouble with Boruto's gang, but it was a little scuffle and whatnot. So basically, Kagura displayed that don't worry, Boruto. No, but it's showing Boruto and others that don't worry, these things won't do anything, won't betray us, because they had these special shields on their neck. So basically, all Kaga has to do is do a special sign, and their heads full of flow. So basically, what's the female swordsman, the girl with the hook sword said that the only reason why we get to do this mission in the first place, we got our swords back, and also a reduced sentence. So basically, the only reason why they're doing this is because of two reasons. One, they get the swords back. They get their swords back that they stole in the first place, took in the first place, and second, they get the reduced sentence and basically some action. So anyway, So anyway, the omen got closer, it got close enough to the island, and basically Kaga was like, let's go with Miski and Sarada, since Miski can recall what his snakes and whatnot, and Sarada has to, and her Sarada it's best to find your friends, find your friends, you find your friends, with them. So basically, with Miki and Sarada's skills, they can easily find Diki and the others, and bring them back to the boat. So basically, Boruto was kind of bummed, but it made sense to send Miki and Sarada to find where Dinky and the others are. So anyway, so basically, Miki and Tawada, swam their way towards the mining island, cause the captain couldn't really get too close to the island without getting spotted. So basically, they had to send the western way. So basically, Miki and Tawada had to send the western way towards the island, and the boarding being spotted by the pirates. So basically, while that was while those two were sneaking on board sneaking on the island, we see Dinky and the others, in a cave hold up somewhere, and it turns out that the researchers that was with them are captured by the pirates. So anyway, the hidden researchers who were supposed to help with the puppets had been captured by the pirates. So basically, the researchers from the hidden researchers are captured by the pirates, and they're not with Dinky and his teammates. So anyway, so basically, Dicky still had no control for the puppets. So basically, Dicky is thinking about, maybe I could use this somehow to, maybe I can use this to control it somehow, but to get us out of this predicament. So anyway. Sharada and Macy was looking around and seeing the pirates were using the people on the island to carry back the gold. So basically, did not spot it. Did not. So basically, Miki and Shredder don't know what the researchers look like. So basically, they're looking for Dinky and the others. That way, they could find. They was hoping that that the researchers with Dinky's team and whatnot looking for Dinky's team, and hoping that that the researchers are there with Dinky's team. So far, no saw Dinky. So anyway, one of the pirates was carrying the puppet, carrying the backpack that had the robot puppets that Dinky team brought to the minor island. So basically, the pirate who was in charge. The pirate who is in charge of making sure that the gold gets to the ship and whatnot told the underling pirate to take that puppet to the ship, but they were where the gold is where the gold is going to be at. So basically, the pirates are just using the people who lives on the island to carry gold towards the ship, and basically that's about it. So basically, they steal it or the gold from the mining island and whatnot, and store it on the ship. So basically, much as they can and whatnot. So basically, Miki, Michi and Sharada managed to knock out the pirate who had the robot puppet and activate the puppet, and basically the puppet starts to act funny again, So basically, Michi and Sharada had to extract the robot puppet and shut it off, but the puppet activated again, and they followed the puppet towards the cave where where Dinky and the others were. So basically, well, basically Dinky using the remote control to show where. So basically, Dinky using the remote control show, how Michi and Sarada find them. So basically, Dinky told Sarada that that the researchers are captured by the pirates. So basically, Michi and Sarada don't know what the researchers look like. Only Dinky and the others do. So basically, means to go save them from the pirates, and maybe help, and save them from the pirates and whatnot. And that is the only objective is to get Dinky and the researchers, and save them from the pirates. That's the only objective. So anyway, while that was happening, meanwhile back on the ship, so basically, Porto is saying that these three caused a lot of trouble. The last time, like talking to Kakura, like well, these three are nothing but trouble. So basically, we're talking about these three are trouble. So basically, why did ask for them to do this mission in the first place? So basically, Kakura, remember how I was persuaded to join them, back when we tried to coup against the hidden misfits, but against you managed to help me see my way, the error of my way. So basically, when Suzuru, I believe, is one of the other surgeons who tried to coup against who led the coup, who escaped from the prison. These three could have went with him, but they didn't. They just stayed. So basically, Kagura believes that when Suzuru escaped, not the pirate guy, I believe it's one of the other surgeons. They stayed behind. They could have escaped with Suzuru, but they just stayed. They just stayed instead of going with Suzuru. So basically, I believe that they can be redeemed. Yes, still a little bit rough around the edges, but I do believe that they could be redeemed after seeing they could have went with Suzuru when he escaped from the prison a long time ago, but they just stayed. So basically, I believe that they could be redeemed. So anyway, things were starting to get worse. Out of nowhere, we see this big shadow figure up a huge ship, started to walk the waters around the raggedy suburb that Boruto and his gang are in, and we see this big image of this big shit, heading towards them, and this is how the episode ended. With Boruto and everybody just staring at this big ship heading towards this shadow of a big ship, like this big battle force of ship, looking like it's heading towards them, and basically this is how the episode ended. So anyway, once again, I'm sorry about I'm sorry about about mispronouncing some names. It's kind of difficult. So basically, some of these names are a little difficult for me to pronounce. So basically, sorry about the mispronouncing of certain characters' names. So basically, blah blah blah. Just letting you know. Sorry about that. But anyway, this was a good episode. So anyway, like always, what do you guys think of this episode? Was it good, was it bad, or was it just okay? Please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, sign off. 1.